Hey there, everybody. Quick college football update. I did update the college football algorithm. I did not spend time and effort to try to reprogram it at all to make it do better. Based on it really didn't have a very good week last week. It ended up 27 and 22. There's been worse weeks, but point is I didn't feel like spending a ton of time on it. So I just want to show you what it represents. I haven't sold any newer versions. I'm not even selling a subscription to this one anymore because we have so many other sports starting. But it was easy enough to update that I felt like let's do a quick video. There are games here on a Tuesday night of all nights. I mean, talk about college football being all the time, kind of like college basketball. Figured we would discuss it and we'll see if it does anything good. We're actually going to talk about all the games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday. Why not? And then we won't talk about the big chunk of games on Saturday because that would make it too long of a video. And I just, somebody's got to come out and purchase this and really financially give me the incentive to work more on it because it's just really not my sport. Enough complaining. So these are the games for this week, right? Now, it's giving you a projected score. It's giving you an algorithm win percentage. One thing I learned about looking at last week's stats, because I did look over it a little bit to find out why I was doing so bad, was that our away teams were absolutely miserably terrible. And it made me think that home teams are just like in college basketball. You almost never want to get yourself caught with money on an away team. So because of that, you can see that of these games that here are on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, your away teams of Fresno State, Southern Mex, these two are actually playing tonight, Louisiana Tech and Liberty. They might win, but as you can see, the Liberty line on the road against Jacksonville State, not good, scary. At least you get an underdog line on Louisiana Tech, but they have a bad strength of schedule. But basically, all these teams, the algorithm is picking they're going to win, but they're away, and away teams have to deal with a home crowd that is not in their favor. So we want to be looking at home teams. So I would make more of a judgment on how this does this week by looking at these teams. Are they all bettable? I've seen worse lines before. We actually have two home underdogs on here. Houston over West Virginia, Memphis over Tulane, but they have lowered algorithm win percentages. So looking at the team stats, it would say West Virginia actually wins this game, not Houston. It's the projected score that is doing this. So this one is a very scary pick as well. But New Mexico State has a terrible strength of schedule against Sam Houston. That makes this game tough. Colorado at home against Stanford, they're minus 410. Deion Sanders, that's probably watchable. I don't know what night that is. We could figure it out. What night is it on? Is it on Wednesday? Nope. This is on Thursday. So Thursday night is that Colorado game. That should be fun to watch. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, did I just add the whole? Oh, look, guess what, everybody? We're looking at the whole week all of a sudden of home teams anyway. We don't want to look at the 14. All right, so point is as we do this, we see that the home teams that would say to pick this week, Florida, App State is tonight. They're minus 200. Says they win though, barely by like 3 points. They're not going to cover the 5. These are just really tough lines, guys. It's tough lines. As a matter of fact, I am going to open everything up because I don't think I'm going to sell any college football. And I don't care. I don't want to update it anymore. Here's the whole week. All the games. For all you who want to take a snapshot of it. Here it is. I'll scroll slowly. We know a lot of games here. Only thing that I would recommend historically would be home teams. And then we're going to sort these by the best lines. More sort options, descending by money line. And here's what the algorithm is saying are the most bettable, but college football algorithm not as good as a lot of the other algorithms and not as reliable. New Mexico versus San Jose State, but strength of schedule is bad. All of these have almost all these have negative win score percentages. I think what's happening is as this thing is aging, it is starting to emulate the odds makers more. And this is kind of the way I would structure the lines if I was an odds maker and I saw this conflicting point projection versus algorithm win percentage, right? That's why these are underdogs. This looks very tough. It's really tough. Virginia Tech over Wake Forest is only minus 122, but they even have a negative win. Wow, this is terrible. Regardless of whether or not this algorithm is working, these lines are terrible. Brutal. Maybe I shouldn't have done this algorithm to begin with. I feel like it's already emulating what it's doing. The odds are emulating it. Anyway, figured I would show everyone just because I kind of want to stop doing this. And this is a pretty good reason to stop doing this if the lines are going to be awful anyway. So as hockey season comes in college basketball season and NBA sports, I'm much more confident that the algorithm wins more and that we have more experience with. You're going to see me doing even less college football. So if there's any super diehard college football fans out there and you request this and you want to do some work on it, be prepared for me to ask for a significant amount of money to do work on it because I just don't think I'm going to follow it anymore. It's fun to watch these games once in a while. I caught like the Arizona USC game the other night. It went to triple overtime. It was fun to watch, but it's almost like you really need to watch these games and live bet them to have a better chance at getting optimal lines than betting them before the game because you just don't know who's going to show up sometimes. These are kids. They might have had finals this week. Who knows what's going on. It's not the NFL. It is a much different situation. You forget these guys are also students and home teams certainly matter. So I would focus more on home teams. And I know it's a video where I'm not giving you a lot of great advice, except other than tonight, App State probably wins at minus 200. That's the only team that's home on here that it's projected to win. And they have a positive algorithm win score percentage. And this here, I don't trust the points as much as I did the first week when we were keeping track of points. It did well. Here, all these games, it says they all go under. Anytime I see something where the algorithm is pointing completely in one direction against the odd makers, I think that I might not have really great information in here if the odds makers are always against us. And the odds makers are setting these over-unders at basically a touchdown and a half more than we are for our projected points. So I'm a little concerned about that as well. There's only so many hours in the day and only so many sports I can follow at a time. College football, unfortunately, looks like it's going by the wayside, and that's okay. I haven't been selling any, so I don't have anybody who's asking me for it. All right, so that's the update. Good luck. Go App State. Go Colorado, which should be fun to watch later this week. And if there isn't one super big, awesome underdog for the week anyway. There really isn't. Although it does say Louisiana Tech on the road here. It is pretty high up on this list. That's the first time an underdog appears is right here in this order. So that could potentially be an upset. You could get them +3. I don't want to talk about away teams in college football, though. So good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning. Don't expect too much college football out of me in the future, but do expect hockey. Do expect college basketball. Do expect NBA. Of course, you'll be getting NFL, but you'll be getting a lot of hockey coming. So that's what's coming next. All right. Good luck. May all your picks be winning.